The odds, as you guys saw yesterday, went through the full spectrum of the very beginning, section 7.4, with just factoring out the GCF, to like the basic 7.5, where you always have ones in front, to the 7.6, where you started getting nothing. Oh wow, it shows like a full-on work thing if you click on that. That's kind of cool. I never knew that. Ugh. I like our method so much better than theirs. Do you guys see that? Ah! Okay, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, anyway, ours is so much better with the box and with the X. Anyway, coming on back. So we have the 7.5, easy with the ones in front, 7.6, where you have numbers in front, 7.7, where you, ooh, yeah, you get the special squares or the difference of squares, guys. And then 7.8 is the, but a couple things for tomorrow and for today. What directions, remember there are two different directions, two different words. What word would have put in the directions for 17 and 19 because I see the equals? Solve. Good. Solve would have been, wait. Are there any other solve problems in this entire list of odds? Where's the other one solve problem? 39. Do you see the difference? Solve says equals. Solve says, guys, flip the red C and set, well, get the factors first. And then set equal to 0. But what were the directions for 21 through 37? Not solve, but factor. Just factor. So tomorrow on the test, are you going to see the word factor? Yeah. That's the whole chapter. But are you going to also possibly see the word solve? Yes. The makeup quizzes that we're going to be taking in just a second in our groups, I think the only directions are factor. There might be a couple solve from the beginning, but the last one is just factor, just to make sure that we can factor. As you guys have your homework out, I'm going to walk around with fractions. I'm going to have you hold it up and make it easy today. But for right now, are there any ones that you were like, I got stuck, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know how to finish? 17, 39.
39.
39, the last one. Yeah, that one looks kind of brutal with fractions. And then
36.
36. It was even best. Okay, we still peek at it. We can peek at it.
Oh, so could you like 37?
37. I heard 37 somewhere else. Jerry, that was yours. Cool. 36, 37, 39. 17. Let's start at 17, and then let's go ahead and go down. So, oh, I was all ready for that guy to stay. He didn't stay. Hold on. Let's do this. Because I want you guys to be able to see what the answers should be. My guys that had the questions, I'm kind of depending on you to also have, like, what the actual problem was. I see that, Armando. Give me 1 sec, okay? Okay, number 17. Adrian, the direction was solve, right? I just need from you what the original problem, what the original problem was. So what was the original problem? X squared plus 5x. Okay, guys, this is a great problem. It could be on the test tomorrow because factoring needs to happen first. Okay? If we have equal to 0, if our direction is to solve, which it most definitely is in number 17, we cannot split the red C until we factor. So, factor. There's only 2. I don't know what to do. Make an X or make a box or do it. So the very first thing you should always ask yourself, starting from 7.4 and it came back in 7.8, is there a GC? Is there anything in common? An X. So when I factor out an X, what operation is factoring out? Undistributing. So instead of multiplying, it would be dividing. So if we factor out an X, what would be left? X plus. You see it? Because those two reduce. And then now some of you are confused on this. Why isn't it a 2? Now, if that's not your brain, just tune out for a second. But if that is your brain, why isn't that a 2? It's X times X over X. It's X squared over X. There's an X remaining. Okay? Now, do I have factors now? Do I have factors now?
Yes.
Yeah. So what do I do once I have factors if it's a solve equation? And I'm just making the parentheses to make it clear.
Oh, X equals 0.
Yeah, split. You see it? So Adrian, split. X equals 0 and X plus 5 equals 0. But remember your algebra skills. You can't forget. Well, hold on. Isn't he done?
Yeah.
X equals, sweet, comma. Oh, I still need to subtract the 5. Do your algebra. Don't try to do mental math. Get your right ones, and you're done. Is that cool? So then, 0, negative 5. Dun, 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 dun. But then we now got stuck right towards the end of homework 7-8, which was the painful homework, right? So section 7.8, let's go to that 37, 39. Let me just get a new screen up real quick. Boop, boop, there we go. Let's do the odds first, and then we'll peek at 37 real fast, Kayla, because you're right, it could be, or 36. It could be kind of nastier than the other ones. So number 37, first of all. I think the direction was just to factor. Yeah, the direction was just to factor. And I think you would have had something like, let's see, did you have 2x to the 4th plus 2x cubed minus 20? X squared? Does that look right? Good. Okay, so I have, should I have gone to my x first?
No.
Good. Remember, now that we've gotten through the entire chapter, we always have to ask what question first. Find a, or is there a GCF? So, is there a GCF in every single person? Every single term?
Yes.
Yeah.
2x.
2 and an x. How many x's?
Squared. 2.
So, think about what we just did. When you factor, you divide. And if it helps, show it. I have a few of you that have started showing it, and it really helps. This guy is the easiest one because the x squared is reduced. But what's 20 divided by 2?
Negative 10.
But with a negative. Good.
Good job.
Now, hold on. X cubed and x squared. Now, the 2's reduced. Those are gone. But what's left over?
X.
There's one remaining x. X times x times x. 2 of them get reduced away. 1 is left. This one, the 2 is reduced. And what's left? An x squared. There's x times x remaining. Now, hold on. Isn't this guy someone that we can go to an x for? He's a trinomial, right? And in section 7.8, we learned that. Hi. We learned that you're supposed to keep going with the trinomial. So, what would go up top?
7. 10.
Negative 10, right?
Negative
Times
10.
1. What would go down bottom?
0.
0.
X.
1.
Do you see it?
Uno.
The 0, it's going to be the 2 terms. It's gone, gone, gone. This is there, so there's an understood. Do you see it? 1. Wait a minute. I thought 10 was like 2 and 5. That doesn't change. Okay, well, hold on. Opposite signs, right? Opposite signs. The bigger one's going to be positive. Take negative 10 off to the side. The bigger one's positive. 2 off to... Does anything else go into 10?
No.
So why did the answer key stop? That's all you can do with what we know for right now. So actually, we just get to stop. There's no further factoring because none of the factors are nice. Now, the nice thing for tomorrow. Remember when we graded homework yesterday, there was one that said unfactorable?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. It was the prime number of like 19. You
Yes.
couldn't break it up at all? Like, that was done. The test isn't gonna have an impossible one. Does that make sense? I'm not gonna put something on here where it's like, oh, keep going. Oh, just kidding. You can't. Like, that's just me. So, I'm not going to put an unfactorable one on the test, and I'm not going to put a trinomial that you can't take to an x. That's something nice for you guys to realize. Great question on 37. But we also had a question on 39. I forget who it was. It was someone somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and erase this just so we have some more space. But the long story short of this one is since there are no factors, there's no way for this one to work. And we've tried all the options, dividing this by 1, dividing it by 2. Yeah, kind of. Like, you can't go any further. So it's not that there was no answer, there's just no further way of going. So we're done. Does that make sense? So, number 39. Welcome. That one, I see it, it was solved. We already talked about it, right? I need help, though. Guys, what was the original expression?
6x squared minus 36 equals 0.
Does anybody know what section that comes from? I had someone yesterday who we were just doing a couple problems, and I did a quick rundown of each of the sections on the test. Section 7.8 kind of puts it all together. Is it the beginning taking out a GCF? Is it the intro where there's a 1 in front? Is it the harder where there's an A in front? Or is it one of the special guys?
Special.
Yeah. You can tell because it's 2, right?
Squared.
Squares and a minus. Now, could you, off to the side, multiply 16 times negative 36? Someone give me the number. Just for sake of illustration, we really hope we don't have to use it because it's huge. What is it? 16 times 36?
It's 4. No, like, oh wait. I did it a different way. I ain't do that way.
It's 360 plus 216. Would that be 516? Can anybody double check me real quick? I think it's negative 516. Yep, use your phone calculator just real fast. Pull out. And oh, I thought you were doing that.
576.
Oh, 76! Ah, so close. Thanks, bud. Okay, phones away, phones away, phones away. Don't need to use them now. Does anybody really... Hey, we put a 0 here, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nobody there. 576 divided by 1. 576 divided by 2. 570. How long is that going to take? A long time. Now, I can already tell you where it's going to go, though. It's going to go to 36. Check it, and 36. What is 36 times 36? Okay, pull it out again. Jerry, can you do it? What's 36 times 36? Ooh, that's not right. Hold on. Oh, 24. What's 24 times 24? I did the wrong one. Woo! All right. But would you have had to divide by 1, divide by 2, divide by 3, divide by 4, divide by... Oh, my. How did I know it was 24 and 24? Well, let's not talk about that quite yet. Is there a shortcut? I mean, I didn't get it right the first time. Right? That's dangerous. Is there a shortcut to factoring section 7.7, a difference of 2 squares? Where you wouldn't have to divide by 1, divide by 2, divide by 3, divide by 4, divide by 5. Someone wake up Andres real quick. Okay. The shortcut says, who are you the squared of? Square root. Nope. Square root 4 and x. Oh, that's nice. Who are you the squared of? 6. Let's see. And then you put a plus and you put a minus. How did I get 24? Check it. 24 and 24 is square root 4 times square root 6 now. You could have also square rooted this guy and found 24. That most of your calculators will have a square root option. But isn't it nice to know a shortcut that takes us straight to the factors?
Yeah.
Just have square root, plus and minus. Now wait, are we done?
No.
Because the direction is and. We have our factors, so all that's left to do is solve for x after you part the Red Sea or time to split the Red Sea, right? So 4x plus 6 equals 0. 4x minus 6 equals 0. It's okay. Do the algebra. Do the algebra. How do I solve for x? Minus 6. And then this one would add 6, right? If I was doing like both of them at the same time. A little dangerous, but kind of nice. So I get 4x equals negative 6 and 4x equals positive 6. Now what's the last step for solving for x? Yeah, it's going to be a fraction, but don't freak out. Come on, I've been telling you fractions aren't that scary. And then you end up with 6 equals, I apologize, x equals negative 6/4 and x equals 6/4. No, it doesn't. It's negative 3/2 and 3/2. We're wrong. No, we're not. We just didn't do what yet? We didn't simplify. We didn't reduce. We got the right answers. Done. 36. Do you still want to go over it? All right. Here's what I want us to do. I want you to hold up your homework for me so I can see 17 through 39. If you have the evens, that's great, but I'm not checking it today, okay? 17 through 39. And then as soon as I check your paper, I want you guys to go ahead and get your desks grouped together so that we can bust out those makeup quizzes, huh? So that we can bust out those makeup quizzes. Let me see. Oop, I need a marker. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, we're on like number.
Nice bit.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
If we did the
I can just. Oh, it's like a 20.
All the blood running down the arm.
Alright, make sure you guys have a pencil. If you want to grab at least one calculator per group, that's probably a good idea. Jeremy, don't have it?
You my Alg inside.
Right?
What? Baby
That's not good.
Alright, does every group have at least one calculator? Does every group have at least one calculator?
I'm on my phone.
Excuse me,
Great.
Mine.
I was getting a calculator.
My leg hurts.
I did 3.
I'll have. Did I never turn this?
Hey, is Armo here? Well, like, you
You did?
Guys, today's the 14th, is that right?
Yeah.
Is it mine? Oh, I lost it.
I know, I put it in.
No trash.
Is it the red one?
Tell them I ran
Yeah,
Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give every group both quizzes. Okay? Put some of them. Study challenge artists. Ever? Okay. Jeremy? I'm going to give every group both quizzes. Okay? And the groups are to work together. Now, when you guys are done with a certain quiz, you can wait until you finish both, or you can wait, like turn in one and as a group do the other. I just need both quizzes turned in when they're done up here at the front. Okay? 2 different quizzes in 2 different piles. Are we cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get the quizzes out, and then you guys can play with finding GCFs. I'm going to put the answer keys up on the board, so the old versions of the quizzes like we've done before. No, pass it around, Kayla, to the groups. Okay, make sure everybody in the group gets 2, okay? Make sure you get 1 of each. Hannah, I'm going to have you join over with Diana and Joseph, and then Brooke, you're reading like it's new. Wait, did we get the answer? It's going to be a load there. I'm going to put it up on the screen.
So this after.
Oh.
Oh, you're in our group.
I know. She's back here.
No, actually, takes much time.
George and Edgar
Make sure you guys have both with you.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm just trying to watch like
Bro,
you watched that? I still watch it. So good. I used to watch it. She doesn't understand. Oh my.
We always take take it once, and then the makeup one is trying to get high.
Just making sure.
Okay, guys, we only have. I forgot how to do. We only have about 15 minutes, so I need your groups to focus on it and work together. So Jonathan, you're working behind you. Isaiah, Kayla, Everest, you're working in front of you. Okay.
Great friend. Do the hard one first.
I forgot how to do
Sick, bro. I see your chick is my friend. Ed.
I forgot how to
I
do
see your
that.
chick is my friend. I thought you did. I thought you didn't know. Yeah. I don't even know.
I forgot how to do that.